Myles Garrett requested a trade. And that's the big
Okay.
news in Cleveland. He is pretty much our staple, especially because of the injury to Nick Chubb, and we all love Nick Chubb, and we got staples on the Browns, and you know how that go. This is our
Hmm.
our number one guy, top jersey in Cleveland right now, but he's requesting a trade right after the Pro Bowl. I don't think that's
Hmm.
insignificant that it came after the Pro Bowl because there were talks of him, staying in Cleveland. Andrew Berry came out. He said, you know what, we're going to, we don't plan on trading him. And this was before. He's going to stay at Cleveland Brown, blah, blah, blah. And then even Myles had spoke to it. I want to stay at Cleveland Brown. I just want to know the direction. And then now the news came out. He officially released a statement and everything. What say you? What is your take on Myles Garrett wanting to trade?
So yeah, basically though, with him being out there in the Pro Bowl, I think him being around other dudes, hearing their situations, hearing how their organization is going, I think that might have helped. But honestly, from my perspective, man, I think that dude has he wants to be remembered as one of the greats. And I think from perspective in Cleveland, he's been putting his best foot forward, trying to do his best, all pros, all everything. And you can only do but so much. And I think organization wise, just being able to bring in guys, keeping guys, being stable, and knowing that at one day he's only one man. He's the defensive lineman, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
captain of the team. He's balling, he's doing his job, but you need the higher ups to know that they're controlling what they can control. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the things and trying to put people in place to get us to a championship. And he's not getting any younger, and him having all these all pro years and just performing great. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be good. And I think like Joe Thomas is a guy that I look to that turning that city around, if you can get a championship there, you will be remembered and you are going to be legendary in Cleveland. So I think that's what Myles did. He tried to re up there. He did a second contract, but it's like, I'm not getting any younger, and the situations just keep happening where he doesn't feel the consistency. And I can feel him, especially when you want to be remembered the greats. And Myles Garrett is not a reason at all why Cleveland doesn't have a championship. And if he were to stay there and it weren't to happen for him, he'd be one of the players like Joe T that we were like this. That's not a guy that shouldn't have a championship. He
Right.
just stayed in the situation, tried to look out for a city. But balling wise, when you see Chris Jones racking up rings, when you see these players start racking up rings, and when you want to be one of the greatest and remember, they're ring counting. And that's something that's very important to players now, where it's like trying to build one and get one is special, but like, do I have one? Like at the end of the
Right.
day, it doesn't matter where I got it. As long as at the end of the day, when I retire, I'm a champion. You know what I'm saying? No matter where it is, then I can be able to stand on that. So
But that's just something, right? Because you can be remembered like Joe T, Hall of Famer, because I think Miles would be on his way to a Hall of Fame, right? I think he is on his way to a Hall of Fame career,
yes.
and that's a done deal, just like Joe T. But he don't have any rings to go with it, right? Not even a berth to the
Yeah.
AFC Championship. And I guess that seeps into the
Yes.
psyche of a guy like Myles Garrett. I had an opportunity to go into the playoffs, but I had to leave the Browns. I had to do it with the Colts,
Mhm.
and we
Yeah.
lost in the AFC Championship, Deflategate, and that's the closest
Mhm.
I came to a Super Bowl. So I get it, but I feel as though he did see those guys at the Pro Bowl. He see guys that are, on top of their game, and it's not for long, Maria, Ryan, and it's going to end soon. He's already made a mark in Cleveland, and I think he's looking at it as the two things. Either he wants a ring that bad, play in front of the crowd, the bigger crowd, the championship crowd that bad for a ring, or Joe, maybe he wants that guaranteed contract.
I don't think it's the guaranteed money at all. I think with Miles now, he's in a position where he's going to get the money wherever he goes. The money is irrelevant to him because at the end of the day, he's a great player. He's going to, for like first ballot Hall of Fame if he were to retire today. So I'm thinking he's looking at it as, where can I go? Money's going to be good. I can go play in all 31 of these teams are going to want Miles Garrett at a nice contract. He doesn't not worry about being highest paid, but paid handsomely, around $30 million a year, wherever he goes, that can be on a contending team. That's where I'm looking like the money thing. He's Myles Garrett. He's walking around, and all teams are going to want to take him at a $30 million contract, easy. So that's not. I don't think that's where his mindset is. I think he wants to go to a team that he got to go do his thing. And on the other side of the ball, there's just, when I went to the Steelers, I'm just saying, just the knowing you have AB, knowing you have a Ben,
Right.
knowing no matter what, you do your job. If you give up a touchdown, you don't have to worry about that's the worst thing that could ever happen. No, next play, let's make a play. You don't ever feel like one play is going to be the last thing. No, we got somebody over here that's going, you know what I'm saying, come over on their end. They put the offense has the game on their shoulders. So it's a whole different feeling when you like are put in a position where now, oh man, we can play freely because if I do make a mistake, I know they got my back.
Right.
So that's a position that he's never really been on. Defense got to make plays. You got to ball. You got to go crazy. And that's what
Absolutely.
he's going to do regardless because he's Myles. But when you bring that $30 million player to a Kansas City, to a team that's already that to a Philly, to a team that's already nice, and you're just an additional piece. You're just a puzzle piece. You're not just, they don't just need you to do everything. No, you're just going to help to what we already got. And I think with Myles, he knows that now. He's really looking at his career and trying to win ships. And I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I think with
Right.
me, I got cut from the Browns in the time. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just stay here. I'm thinking I'm gonna stay there forever. But then when they released me, you understand, it's a business. I'm not gonna be in the league too long. Let's go try to get in the best opportunity where I'm going to make some money and I can see myself playing in the playoffs because they still only
Absolutely.
talk about the teams playing in the playoffs, the teams that go deep, and all of these dudes' careers and being able to make those game-changer plays in real important games. Like regular season games is all good, but Myles making those strip sacks in the AFC Championship game,
Absolutely. You
that's gonna
right.
make legacy plays where it's like, boom, these are stamps.
Legacy plays. You heard it here. We got NFL legend, Pro Bowl player, cornerback, Joe Haden. Thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate you.